Okay, and now you can check this. Okay, and sequence objects are why we want to use it means just for to generating of sequence numbers, okay, automatically on particular column. Okay, and without user interaction, when you want to provide auto increment value facilities on a table, then you can apply what the sequence. And this is your sequence syntax here. Yesterday we taken out. And start with value, we set that to specify starting value of the sequence, and here n stands for number, which from which number you need to start your sequence. Min value, minimum value in the sequence, increment by increment value in the sequence, max value. So these are common statements we can easily understand. Coming back to next, no cycle and cycle means what, sir? So no cycle means it is a default attribute of a sequence object. And this object we created, that means whenever we create a sequence object with no cycle, then set of sequence numbers are not repeated again and again. Okay, na? So that means if your sequence 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3 only generated, and later it never generated again sequence here. Suppose you want to generate your sequence again, then you have to create your sequence object with a cycle. When I created with cycle, what it was happened, once your sequence number will be reaching to your maximum value, then again your cycle will be restarted again. Okay, na? Again 1, 2, 3, restarted. So again 1, 2, 3, restarted. Again 1, 2, 3, restarted. So like this kind of repetitions of sequence numbers will be possible when we creating our sequence with a cycle. Okay, that's why I said to you, when we create a sequence object with cycle, then the set of sequence numbers are repeat again and again. Okay, now right. And next, coming back to no cache and cache. Here observe careful. So no cache here, what is the mean by cache? Means a cache is nothing but temporary memory, and it is a default attribute of your sequence object. Okay, now it's a default. Suppose what we said yesterday, the information what I was given, when we created a sequence object with no cache, then the set of sequence numbers are saved in a database memory directly. Okay, na? So when your sequence numbers directly saved into database memories, what is the problem here? Okay, what is the problem here? Then every user, suppose if any user want to access your data based on sequence number, then every user request will go to database. Okay, and retrieving the required data from database and sending to client application. Okay, now this has happened. So that what happening, every user request will go to databases means automatically the burden on database will increase. Okay, na? So and when database burden is increases, automatically degrading performance. So that means what it means, sir, here. Let's see. For example, this is your application and this is your database server, for example. And now you designed one database in this. Okay, suppose or you created one table also with some columns, for example. Suppose my column is a serial number and some name column is there. And now here, what I'm going to do in my application now, I'm creating my sequence object now. So I'm creating create sequence S1, and after I started like start with value 1, like min value 1, like increment by 1, and the max value 3. And now I'm not using any cycle and any caching. It means that by default no cycle, by default no caching. Okay, na? Right, this is happening here. And after that, once you created your sequence object successfully, This sequence object, suppose you applied on your particular column serial number. For any one column you can apply. So once you applied your sequence on serial number S1, for example, that facility will be automatically provided on this column. Then after that, let you see to insert. Whenever you want to insert your data, inserting data should not be required for sequenced column, because sequenced column values explicitly user can't insert it. So I want to insert only means non-sequenced column, that is called a name, and this name will be directly going to save into your table. So that means your name A and the sequence number automatically generated 1. It will be happen like this. So next, suppose the user inserted one more record now, and I'm going to writing now insert, okay, and one more B, for example, one more name I'm sending here B, and here the B also directly saved into database, and the B will save here the sequence number automatically generated 2, because your increment of sequence number is how much? 1. 1 plus 1 2, 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 1 4, like it will be generated. And now next one, I'm going to input suppose one more value I'm going to insert now. Insert of a C, and C also successfully come back and save into your table C and sequence number 3. So that means your data and sequences are directly having in the table database memory, it is directly saved. So then it will be saved like this. Then what it was happen, if you want to insert the next record, it's not allowed. Why, sir? Because your sequence already reached. What is the maximum value of sequence? 3. The 3 already reached here, so that's why you can't. Okay, fine. So up to 1 2 3 A B C 3 records only I can insert, but more than 3 records are we cannot. So now, okay, fine. So later, suppose the user want to access your data. Now I'm going to writing like this. Select a star from so and so table where serial number is equals to 3. Then what it was going to happen here, first this request will go to Oracle server. Oracle server will take the request from user. So Oracle server, first it will be checking in the server side location. Is there any temporary memories are created by user or not, checking. So there is a no temporary memory locations. When there is no temporary memory locations, then your database, that means the request after your database server will go to directly database memory and going to table. And in table, your data will be verified here. So serial number 1 equals to 3, false, 2 equals to 3, false, 3 equals to 3, true. Then 3 equals to 3, true, true here. This is again sent back into your client application or user application. So now the data will be comes to you. And next one, for example, again user is sending here, select a star from T, sending where serial number is equals to 1. Again, what happening here, this request will go to server. Server will checking that is there any memory, temporary memory is created or not, checking no created. No created means your server will directly go to database memory and database table. Again, comparing here, 1 is equals to 1 condition, true, and the true condition of data will be taken and sent back to client. So next, if I'm going to sending one more request here, for example, I send select a star from table name and where serial number is equals to 2. Again, what happened, guys, here again this request will go to server. Server will checking your temporary memory, but it is not there. If it is not there, it will go to database and checking 1 equals to 2, false, 2 equals to 2, 3. Again, 2-second record also sent back to your client application. So this is what it was happening actually. That means what you understand here, these are called as a selecting request. That means by using of selector statement, if I want to retrieve the data from a table based on sequence numbers, then what happening, guys, here each and every request will go to where now database. It will go to database and database table data searching, finding and responding. So again request will go to database, searching, finding and responding. So that means, for example, just imagine if there is 100 users are there, Okay, 100 users are sending their request, then 100 users are coming to database. So when the number of requests are increases, automatically database burden is increased. So when the burden is increases of database, then performance wise slow. So this is what the problem is created here. So that's why to overcome this problem, what the people will do now, they will be created one cache file or cache memory they created. So cache memory advantage is what, sir? Let's see. Suppose sequence same, and here additionally you have to create a cache. And cache minimum file size is created with it's a minimum size. Okay, if you give one, it doesn't create. That means cache file will create the minimum size of 2 KB. That's why you should give your size to and value 2. So now if I'm creating my sequence object, careful observe. If I'm creating my sequence object with cache, then what happened here, internally in Oracle server, it will allocating some cache memory is created now. Cache memory allocated here. Cache means temporary memory file is created. And this file will be located at the server side. Then after what it was happened, then you are inserting your records. And first row are you inserted. First row will go to database. And database name, okay, first name 1 and the sequence number is 1, name is A. So once your sequence is generated and your data will be saved here. But unfortunate, what database will do, whatever the data I saved in database memory, that copy of data will be sending to cache copy. The copy of data sending to where it is a cache memory. Then your data will be there 1 comma A here. 1 comma A it will be saved here. Like same as second record I'm sending. Second record B number generated. Again this data copy will be go and keep under cache memory. So 2 comma B. Next it will go to third record. The third record will go to here and again it will be storing third record C and number 3. But this will be copy of this data will save under cache memory. So that means what you understand, whatever we inserted the data, every inserted data will go to database and copy of the data will keep into cache memory. The database will be do like this. When it will be do like this, now see what is the advantage to the user. Now after you are calling your data, select a star from table so and so here. Then what I'm saying here, again this request will go to Oracle server. Oracle server again it will be checked. Is there any memory? Is there any temporary memories created by programmer or not? So now it will be checking. Yes, now it will be checking and created. So cache memory successfully we have here. So it means temporary memory location is created by programmer. It means that your request, whatever we are sending to server, the request is directly going to cache memory instead of database. That means every user request will be sent to cache memory. In cache memory, data will be searching, finding, and sent back to client or sent back to user. So like every request will come cache memory and finding, searching, finding, and giving. So it means what happening here, if you are user sending 100 user requests, then 100 user requests will go to cache memory only. Understand na? So it doesn't go to database memory. When database memory doesn't go means the database burden will increase or decrease? Decreases, because number of user requests are reduced. When reduced, it means what happening here, burden automatically decrease. So burden whenever it is decreased, then it was sending response fast. The very fastly the response will be coming from database. Okay, so that's why this is what cache file advantage. Remember. Okay, na? After that, this cache file, which type of storage? Temporary storage. It's not permanent storage, temporary. That's why what happens, suppose user, he was exit from your Oracle, suppose you want to exit from Oracle, then automatically this cache memory also destroyed. But your table data having in the database, your table is not destroyed. Okay, now this is happening. Okay, suppose, for example, Again, exit, okay, destroyed automatically. Suppose again you are connected. Again you are connected. So at the time of connectivity, then internally this script, sequence script, whatever we prepared here, this script will be again re-executed. When re-executed, again what it was happen? Cache memory created, and the data will be jumped. Okay, the data will be jumped to cache memory. And now from the cache memory, I want to take my necessary data. So that means simply sequence in sequence. Cache memory advantage is what now means to reduces of a burden on database. So that means every user request, instead of going to database memory, it's going to where it is your cache memory. Understand now? So this is the advantage of what now? Cache. That's why the point I said to you. Okay, instead of database, so request will go to cache. Okay, instead of database when it is retrieval time. And here I can send that creating sequence object with set of sequence numbers are saved in database memory, and also copy of the data is saved in a cache also, and from the cache memory user will get a data. Okay, that means every user request, where it will go now? Cache instead of database. That's why database burden reduce, performing improve, performing what now? Performance. Okay, now improving your performance here. Okay, this is the advantage of cache. Okay, right up below. Note to generate sequence numbers in a column in the table, then we must use a pseudo column. We must use a pseudo column, pseudo column of sequence is, what is this? Next value. So what is next value, sir? It is a pseudo column. It is a pseudo column to generating sequence numbers, generating sequence numbers on a column automatically. And what is the syntax of next file? How to use it means? So sequence name you can observe sequence object name dot sequence object name dot next file. So compulsory, the pseudo column should be used for generating of sequence numbers. Okay, no? Otherwise you can't generate. Now can you see examples now? Take first example, just observe, don't write here. So now I'm going to create one small sequence object here. So create as per sequence syntax, sequence sq1, and here I will start here, start with value 1, my sequence starts with 1, and next one min value 1. So here some people have a doubt, so start with value, min value difference what, that you can see in the example. Next I will go for what now, increment by 1. Next I will take it what now, max value 3. So now up to here I'm trying to create my sequence. That means I'm not using cycle. If I'm not using cycle means by default no cycle. I'm not using cache. By default no cache. Okay, and let's try. But it was showing what now? It was showing insufficient privilege. So that means first I need to take the permission. Yes, who will give permission to us? System will take permission. And system will give permission. How to give? Grant, create what? Sequence. Sequence to which user? MyDB 4 PM user. So must be give. Then after that you just come back and connect your MyDB 4 PM slash MyDB 4 PM. After connected, then you can come out and see your sequence now. So clear, create, star, min, max. Your sequence is created. After created this sequence, now this sequence object name. What is the object name of sequence? SQ1. And this sequence name you can apply on your required column in the table. Okay. And now you can create one table. So for example, test number 55 and serial number. I will take your number. So number of some uh, number of 3 size I was given. Next some name. Get 2 of some size. Okay. So table also created, but at the time of table creation, we are not applying any sequence facility. That means it is a normal table, no sequence column. But instantly, that means inserting time, you must be use a sequence. So now I'm going to inserting some data now. Insert into test number 55. Okay, and I'm sending values of serial number. I don't want to pass my serial number. Yes or no? Because already, sorry. You want to pass serial number, so don't want to pass serial number column name. Instead of passing serial number column, what you want to pass here? Sequence facility. Then sequence facility is what now? SQ1. My sequence name is what now? SQ1 dot which value? Next val pseudo column user in place of serial number. Then after name place you can use name is A, for example. So that means what you understand here, careful observe, in serial number position, I'm passing sequence with the next value facility. And the name column value, I'm sending name normally, A. And now when I was sending like this here, so the row is created successfully and come back and call your table, select a start from test number 55 and see your sequence automatically generated. And after generated, okay, next again I have to insert here B. So B also inserted yes, and now you can see your okay 2 number automatically generated. And next one is what we called as here, suppose if I'm giving 3 C and to execute now, it is also accepted, and now you can go and check so 3 is also accepted. So that means your sequence number starts with 1. Every sequence number to number increment how much? 1 and maximum value 3. So once it reached maximum value and we are not applied any cycle, then what happened you can see, suppose are you try to insert one more. Are you try to insert one more name. But what happened here? So it was showing error, and error is very clear. Sequence SQ1 dot next val exceeds maximum value that cannot be instantiated. Understand na? So that means how many sequence numbers are generated in this? only three. But fourth one I cannot insert. Okay, right.
String buffer. If a user wants to change the content frequently, then it is recommended to go for string. If a user wants to change the content frequently, then it is recommended to go for string buffer. If string buffer objects are mutable, so they can be modified. We can create a string buffer object by using new operator and pass the string to the object as string. The default user capacity of string buffer is 61. After reaching its maximum limit, it will be increased to capacity plus 1 into 2 is equal to 16 plus 1 into 2 is equal to. Int length function return the number of characters present in the string buffer. Int length function return the number of characters present in the string buffer. String buffer is enter capacity return the how many characters string buffer can hold. Current index return the character located.
Okay. And now see, up to three numbers we can generate. Okay, A, B, C. But when you try to insert D, another name or fourth name, if you try to insert, immediately showing error. Okay. And now suppose you want to modify your sequence here, then even we can do this. Right on. Altering a sequence object. Suppose you need to alter means what? Change or modify. What is the syntax for this? Alter sequence and sequence name, and here you can give it your attribute name, and yeah.
String the given string buffer. Delete character next. Delete character delete this delete int begin and int.
Okay, let's see. Suppose initially at the time of creation of my sequence, okay, na? Here, what is the maximum value was given? 3. And now we can go that I want to change now. So I'm writing alter. So sequence as q1. Which attribute you want to change? Max value. Now I was given 5. Then after enter, sequence will be altered. After that you can insert now. Now I'm going to insert this value. Now this time can I insert now? Yeah, D can be allowed. And now next I will go for here. D means what? Number 4. And E also we can insert 5. And next you can insert F. F can be insert? No, because your maximum value exceeds. So finally, if you come back and see your table test number 55 and see, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 4 and 5 also generated. This is sequence can be modified like this, right? right? So this is one type. And next, one more example you can see. In this example, okay, sequence, a starting number and min number both are equal. So that's why you didn't understand that what is the differences between in these two. Okay, now we cannot perfectly understand this. And now we can see different values we will pass now. And second example, for example, I'm creating here, create sequence number 2. And here start with, for example, I was given 3, some other number I was passing. And here min value 1. And now increment by 1. And after that, max value I'm giving. All online people check now. Now okay. మధ్యలో ఎందుకు? Okay, right. Okay, so now sequence is created. And here the start with value 3, minimum value 1, max 5, cycle cache. So that means this time the copy of data will be keep under cache also. Okay, na? Right. So now again I'm just creating my table. Okay. Uh, Go for test number 56 and same serial number, for example, number of 3 or something. Some name I'm taking here, varchar 2 of some size. Okay, fine. And now I'm going to input now. So insert into test number 56 and sending values. Now what is your sequence? SQ2 dot which pseudo column? Next value. Next value means next by next value is generated. And now I'm giving ampercentage of name for the continuation of cycle. So now we can see it was asking only name. It doesn't ask you serial number. So name I will enter A. Accepted. Now continuation. Okay. Some one more name. Continuation. One more. Okay. So that means your starting number how much? 3. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Let you come back and see whether 3, 4, 5 was success or not. Okay, na? 3, 4, 5. So 3, 4, 5. It means 5 means what? Maximum value. So that means are you reached your maximum value? Yes or no? So we reached maximum value. When we reached maximum value, again what it was happened? One cycle is completed. One cycle is completed means your cycle option what it will do whenever your value, that means your starting value 3 to max value 5. If it is reached your maximum value, then one cycle successfully completed. After completed, what happened? New cycle started. But the new cycle, how it is started means the new cycle started from minimum value. So that means start with value not working now. So that means start with value executing how many times? First time only, one time only. Then after, once you reach your maximum, the new cycle starts from minimum value. Minimum value. Again minimum value to maximum value reached, again new cycle starts from minimum value. So minimum, maximum, minimum, maximum, the cycle will be going on. So that means start with value for only initially it will work. Once the cycle is reached maximum, then start with value will not work. Then from the next cycle onwards, your cycle, your loop starts from minimum value. So minimum to maximum, minimum to maximum, minimum to maximum, minimum to maximum, like it will be loop. Okay. Now you can see, now again I'm going to insert here. Okay, I inserted now. So now Q, allowed. Allowed, huh? Yes. And now next one more name. Like this you can continue. So like any name you can enter, it will be allowed to you. So continuous process it will be. So continuous process. So there is no any stoppage here. Will be continue. Okay, na? Like so now we can come out and see finally your table test number 56 and see. My first cycle starts with start with value 3, 4, 5 is completed. Then new cycle start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again new cycle started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now this is cycle advantage. Okay, right on. So this is the way you can design your sequences as per your requirement. Okay, right on. If we want to view all sequence objects in Oracle database, then we use a data dictionary is user underscore sequences. User underscore sequences. Okay, and now you can come out. Suppose you want to view how many sequences are there in your what we can say Oracle. So first of all, your data dictionary. I already explained to you data dictionaries. Data dictionaries are predefined tables. Okay, na? So first structure you can see sequences. Now this is user underscore sequences is a structure, and these are the columns we have here, and this is completely structure related. Okay, na? Yeah. So these are the column names, and these are the data types of columns. In this, one of the column name is what now? Sequence name. So select sequence name from user underscore sequences. If you entered how many sequences we created, uh, two sequences we created SQ1 and 2, like you can see. And this sequence, suppose I'm going to drop sequence and sequence name SQ1 and execute. My sequence is successfully dropped, and see now you have SQ1 dropped here, so we have only one sequence in my database SQ2. But remember, whenever you are deleting sequence object, okay, then the table will not affected here. If you see your table test number 55, your table data will not affected. The sequence facility only we removed. That's it. But data will not be removed. Right on below. Online students, is it okay, guys? Voice? Okay. And coming to synonyms. So synonyms are what now? And in real time, the synonyms are for which cases, especially the real-time programmers are created synonyms for which reasons, what kind of situations the people are created. Okay. First of all, synonym is nothing but, guys, here it is a alias name. So alias name means initially in our the introduction classes, basic classes, we discuss what now? Alias names. Okay now? And these alias names are we created column level and also table level. But the as of now, the previous classes and as of now, whatever the aliases created, these aliases are just for temporary names. We're creating one alternative or temporary name for columns and name for table. Okay na? So table level, column level, these aliases we design. But these are totally temporary levels. These alias names never saved in databases or any other memory locations also. Okay, that is what temporary names purpose. But a synonym is nothing but this is not a temporary. This is also created alias name. That means another name we created. But this name will be permanently saved. That's why synonyms are called as a permanent alias names for table. Okay, na? So this is the what the meaning of a synonym. Okay, na? Right up. Synonym. It is a permanent alias name for table in database. Okay, right. Now, but sir, okay. Sir, these permanent alias names, sir, why should we want to create? Because already my permanent table name is there. Yes or no? Employee, DPT, MP, these are permanent names. Again, why are you creating again permanent alias name? Okay, na? There are two reasons to do this. That's what we called citing purpose of a synonym. So synonyms are there are two reasons the industry people are created, guys. One is to reduce lengthy table name or names Second one, to hide owner name and table name from other users. Hmm. So these are the two reasons we wanted a synonyms: to reduce lengthy table names and hide owner name and table name. Okay. So here, what is the mean by lengthy table name and owner table name means? Here observe. For example, when you're working in a companies, in real-time companies, in your work premises, for your work level, you're interacting so many tables in your work premises. For example, some table names are very lengthy names are there. Okay, so the people designing the table name or creating the tables with so much lengthy names they created. For example, suppose one of the name here, college enrollment details. Okay, this is one table name in my database. So whenever we need to perform, otherwise user want to perform any operation on this table, this entire name should be used in my queries. For example, if this on this table, college enrollment details table, okay, if I want to perform select command, then what we are writing, select star from this much name we need to write. That entire name you have to use. Suppose if I want to insert some data, insert into this much name I have to use. Same as if I want to do updation, update this much name I have to use. Like delete from this much name. So that means when my table names are lengthy names are there, it was looking good, but work level it was going to be time consuming. That means it was somewhat difficult to manage to write that much names into my queries. And also, we are not interacting with one table, we are interacting so many tables. So that means when your table name is having very lengthy name, maybe remembering is also one of the difficult to the programmers, human beings. They can't remember each and every table name. Okay, na? That is one problem. If you remember it and that entire name should be used in the query, this is also one more complex, because that much name I have to type in the query. And not only query, if any operation we can do on the table. For example, on this table, if I want to create a procedure, then this much name I have to use. If I want to create a function, again I have to use this much name. Triggers, I have to use this much name. Indexes, use this much name. Okay, that means anything, if you want to create anything on this table and do some operation on this table, this entire name should be, we need to use. And that is somewhat difficult and complex and headache for the programmers. So that's why for their work easiness purpose, easy to remembering purpose or easiness purpose, what they will do, instead of using this much lengthy name in their work premises, they're creating shortcut names are created. Understand na? That shortcut name is called as what now? Synonym. So that means this much, instead of this, they will create a shortcut name CED for what? College enrollment details. College enrollment details is called as your original table name. On this original table name, what is your shortcut name created? CED. So when you created CED, and what I'm saying here, whatever the shortcut name are you created, this shortcut name will be saving under database. So that is the reason these names are permanent. Okay, na? And this will be saving under database memory CED. So that is the reason this is called a permanent alias name. Alias means what now? Another name, alternative name. Okay, na? Alias name for the table. So now this alias, when you created, then what happened? Instead of using Instead of using your college enrollment details, they can use simply CAD. And instead of that, they can use simply CAD. Okay, na? Understand my point now? To reducing your table names. Okay. This is one of the reason. This is one of the reason why the people created what now? Your what? Alias names. This is one reason to you. Second reason. Second reason observed. Previous classes, security classes we discussed. Suppose one user table, if another user want to access, how he was accessing? Directly accessing or with a reference name we are accessing reference name. Suppose in previous database security concepts, if you want to access user one access system table, then what we are writing? Select a star from system.dept. In that way, we are going to be retrieving. In that way, we are going to be inserting, updating, deleting, everything will data. Everything we did like this only. But sir, can you see? If you are, this is a user can access, U1 access. Okay, na? So that means what you understand here, if U1 is accessing, system table is accessing by U1. It means what happened? This U1 user, he directly knows your original table name. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes, original table name, he knows it. And also, along with your original table name, who is the owner of this table? Who is the owner of this table? System. So that means whenever we are giving accessing permissions like this, okay, if it will be like this, then user advantage is what now? He know my original table name and he know my who is the owner of this table. So that means your original information is not a secured, is not a secured. So that means whenever users will know my original table names and the table owner names, if they know, then they will be hack my table in the future in real cases. So there is a chances to hack my data. So this is one of the security problem in this. That's why what the people will do, this owner name and table name, I need to what I want to do? Hide. Hide means visible or invisible? Invisibles. So why we are hiding? Security purpose. So that's why what I want to do now on this DPT table, I want to create some alias. Sorry, some alias name that's called a synonym. Suppose I created S1 for system.dpt. I'm creating. After creating synonym, this is your synonym, creating on this table, owner of this table or this table. Then what happening here? Now I will be give grant position. What is a grant? Grant select on S1 to U1. Understand na? At the moment we are giving grant, admin will give grant permission, select on what? S1. So that's why what happened, this user whenever he want to access my table, then he don't know this much, he know only S1. That means we are sharing the name with the S1 only, but we are not telling to them who is the owner of this table, and this is a original name, duplicate name, your users cannot identify. And in user point of view, this is what the people will think, user will think, this is the table name, he will think like this. But in our point of view, this is not a original table name, this is a just a duplicate name. Understand na? So now he will access, select a star from S1, but he will access everything, my table, everything is accessed, but he don't know what is my original table name. Who is the owner of this S1? He doesn't know. Understand na? So this kind of one more advantage is there by using what now? Synonym. So synonyms in real time, where the people, if any interview person is also asking, synonyms why we need to create in database. Suppose if the question will come to you, then you can say synonyms are created for two reasons. One is reducing lengthy table names purpose. One is hiding purpose. These are the two major reasons synonyms are created in database. Is it clear all of you now? Yes. But how to create it practically, how to do these things, okay, I will show you on Monday session. Okay, na? So Monday we will go for the synonyms topic along with practical examples. I will show you how to do. Okay, na? So yesterday notes uploaded. Yesterday date 24 na.